and welcome to Zach's Fitness Studio. Guys, what I would like to talk to you about today is injuries. Injuries that you receive while exercising. More than likely, if you occur with an injury, it's going to be some inflammation. Guys, one of the first approaches of treatment for inflammation is ice. Okay? Ice. But they give you the recipe of R.I.C.E. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Alright? And let me break this down for you. When you are at home and you're able to rest the injured area, that's what you do. Just cause it to be inactive. Let it rest. When you're at home and you're able to ice it, and that's what you do. And my suggestion for icing any inflamed area is to 1, 7 to 10 minutes at a time. All right? And then after an hour or so, apply it again for 7 to 10 minutes. And try to get you anywhere between 3 to 4 applications in a 24-hour period. Guys, this is one of the ways that I have been explaining to my clients in which to use their ice packs, opposed to the traditional way of keeping the ice pack on for 20 minutes. This shorter duration will help speed up the healing process and help alleviate the inflammation. Now, I'm giving you this here through experience. All right, it may not work the same with everybody, but I'm giving you through experience by applying the ice for 7 to 10 minutes opposed to 20 minutes to help speed up the processes. So give it a try if you like. The next one uh, is compression, and that means compressing the inflamed area with some type of bandage or support. Okay, and then lastly is elevation, and again, elevation has to be done at rest. So, guys, when you do happen to incur an injury, what I'm suggesting to you is implement one of the four as often as you can until the issue is dissolved. Otherwise, guys, you can cause that inflammation to stay in the area for longer periods of time, giving you a lot of aggravation and discomfort, and set up a chronic condition, which means that what will happen is every time you go to do something extra strenuous in that area, that inflammation is going to reoccur and it's going to become a problem or problematic. So, guys, one of the ways that you can solve that problem is just addressing the issue immediately with the four principles of treatment. R.I.C.E. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Again, this is a little tip from me to you, from my heart to yours, just sharing some of the wisdom that I've gathered. Peace.